Welcome back to Morning Thailand. Now taking a look at the situation right here in the heart of Bangkok, the demonstration of the anti-government protesters who have been camping at the Urupong intersection for 6 days already. And someone in the government said that there's a lot of groups and people who coming from various groups who have the similar aims in order to overthrow this particular government.
Of course.
And yesterday, the rally leader Nippon, excuse me, I couldn't find his name on the newspaper. However, he said that police authority had neglected their duty to ensure peace and order inside the protesting camp because some people had thrown mamui gungov, the itchy plants, into the tent.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
Mamui is create rash.
Yeah.
And severe burn in terms of really super itchy.
Some of mamui had been thrown into the tent where the protesters were sleeping in the early hours. They said that this happened around 3 in the morning of Tuesday, and a lot of protesters had gotten a rash and suffer from this particular itchy plant. So they said that police should be able to ensure peace for the protesters. คุณนิติธรล้ำเหลือ the advisor to the particular protester said that the group will gather and also march to the Siam Square area and also the BACC, the Bangkok Arts and Cultural Center in Pathumwan intersection in order to voice their concerns and also raise awareness among people. And moreover, they said that they will be promoting and asking people to join the protest and sign their names in order to remove Police Lieutenant General Kamronwit Thuprajang, the Metropolitan Police Chief, from the post because he had failed to comply with his duty. 10,000 signatures are required in order for the letter to be submitted to the Prime Minister. And yesterday, there's a report of locals, residents, and also operators in Payathai area and who live around the Urupong intersection who came to the police station voicing their difficulties, their concern, because they said that they have problems in getting in, entering and leaving their residences and their shops, their companies that located around the Urupong intersection, not because of the traffic there, which has been getting really worse now, but because the loud noises from the rally stage and the protesters who have blocked the entrances to their home. So this is actually they didn't want to interrupt with the protesters. However, there's the burden that they have to bear.
Right.
And there's a lot of issues about the protester group as well, about the Ram Khamhaeng University, because earlier there's a report of the leaders of the protester group that said that there were students from Ram Khamhaeng University. However, the Student Federation of Thailand and the Ram Khamhaeng Student Council had issued a statement condemning the citing of the university's name as a supporter of the Urupong rally. They said that the Ram Khamhaeng Student Council, they have 12 members altogether. However, just two of them had joined the rally, so they did not want them to use the Ram Khamhaeng University's name as a supporter of this particular demonstration.
Yeah, sometimes if you actually put on the name of the college or university, somehow in the news it will become a representative from that particular university. Okay.
And yesterday there was a talk within the cabinet members about whether they would extend the ISA because that will remain active only until the 17th, right? The 18th, excuse me. So there have been a talk about this. However, there has not been any resolution just yet, but the Prime Minister has said that he has instructed police to submit a security assessment before deciding whether or not to lift the Internal Security Act.
All right. Well, it seems like it's going to be ongoing, and that's the thing. This particular group of protesters, I think one of the concern also as well is the age of the people that attend the protest itself, because it seems to be on the younger side. You will see technical college students who would be in their late teens or early 20s join in. I just talked about it the other day, saying that I've seen high school students just, yelling and just joining the rally. So that's one of the things as well that the police probably very concerned in terms of they might be too young to even be there. All right, so giving you updates of the situation yesterday. There's a cabinet meeting, of course.
Of course.
And at this point, let's go to a good news. There
Good news first.
has been talk already about extra holiday
yeah.
for us. So for those of you who will be in Thailand, the holidays will be 5-day holidays starting on the 28th of December, and that's going to run to the 1st of January. So the extra date that become a holiday is Monday, December the 30th, because normally is the holidays from the 31st onward, but at this point they say that they gave it an extra day, so that means that including the weekends and such, you probably get a super long holidays. So if you want to travel, there will be a great time. And they say that out of the cabinet meeting yesterday as well came up is that the 17 million baht fund that has been approved already to establish the tourist court. We talked about tourist court before. Is a court that's supposed to be channeled directly toward the tourists that would be in Thailand and get into a bit of a problems here. So all the cases would probably be handled in a lot, I would say, faster rates than it would have been in other cases, because obviously these people will have to leave the country pretty soon because they're tourists. So that means that they need to get all the cases going faster than the normal cases that would be looked after by the local police. So they say that with the 17 million baht, there will be at least at this point 7 of the courts that have to be erected in Chiang Mai province, in Phuket, in Pattaya of the Chonburi province, in Samui Island of Surat Thani province, as well as in Krabi province and in Bangkok, especially in the Dusit and Pathumwan districts.
Oh, a famous tourist destinations, right?
Exactly. So this particular court is hoping to be able to handle all the cases in a short period of time, but that's going to mean that the Justice Ministry will have to look into this particular case in terms of assigning different court and possibly different office location in the area as well, to make sure that it will be easy access to all the tourists.
Yes, of course.
All right. So with that, to a not so happy news. Apparently the Constitution amendment of the 190 article dealing with, allowing the authorities who, in terms of negotiating and such, to be able to sign any trade agreement, MOU and such with other country without having to pass through the cabinet or any approval first. So yesterday they talked about that. Kun Prampong Noparet said that it will be done in one day. That's what he said the day before. Apparently, I don't think it's going to be done in one day. It's going to be today too. So let's see if it's going to be done in 2 days.
Because the joint sitting has adjourned like 10 last night and will be starting like 9 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, 9:30. They say that they are hoping to start it, but at this point, there's a lot of concerns from the opposition group, even though there is broadcasted yesterday live on Channel 11 for all to see. But still, they said that the fact that the first time that it was supposed to deliberate on this particular article, it was supposed to be on 4th of April. But of course, there's not enough people on the day. So they moved it to the 18th. However, they say that when they have to talk about when do they have to look into the second reading, it has to be done within 15 days. The government start counting from the 4th of April instead of the 18th, where they start the first deliberation. So that was one of the arguments, saying that, you know, whether or not that's legally a bind and such. But unfortunately, a lot of oppositions and everything has been ongoing in the cabinet yesterday in the meeting that ended up stalled this particular reading. So from 10:30, 10:45 to 10:10 p.m. last night, we got pretty much nothing. Nothing to update.
I'm not surprised.
The only thing to update is
The reaction from the both sides.
yeah, they are still talking about it, but pretty much like just give you an idea that they are very careful about this particular article, and I think it
Yeah.
should, because obviously if you're going to give someone authorities to sign something on behalf of the country, it might be a little bit more, I don't know, safer in terms of trying to pass through the cabinet first.
But basically, that sounds like the violation of the constitution already, when the government had to sign in an agreement with other countries or other like,
Parties without having to talk to the member of parliament. So we're going to see whether or not it will be done in one day, but just so Kun, you know, give you updates, Kun Prampong is wrong. It's not going to be done in one day. All right.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's going to be done in 2 days, excuse me. So let's see today whether or not that will happen.
And with that, taking a short break for now, and as Kun Gov has already promised, Kun Jim will come to talk about the concerns that have been raised over the curriculum framework reform. Up next.